Hello everybody and welcome back to Last Epoch. We are continuing, or I'm saying continue, we're continuing to do maps. I'm kind of waffling around between different characters because I'm the kind of person who likes to play a bunch of different builds rather than just focus on one character and hurry up and get that and max it out. And you know, I'm a person who believes in the idea of diminishing returns. The more time you put into one specific thing, the less and less you get out of it. And you know, I'm not into maxing things out. So today we're going to be walking around with our hold on, I gotta get all my things out. We're going to be walking around with our Minion-focused character that I just kind of half-assed put together. My goal with this character is that I want it to really highlight minions rather than anything else, because I have all these different characters that do different things. I have my rogue for my dagger melee DPS kind of thing. I have a Void Knight that is an erasing strike Void Knight that I'm following a build on for that. That basically just slams and AoE slams everything. I have a mage. Do I have a mage? Have I done a mage yet? I did a mage, and I think I was working on a mage. I don't remember specifically what his focus is. I believe I'm following a build for that, but I wanted to do, for the Acolyte, I wanted to do a minion build. I wanted to do something that highlighted the minions, and so I wasn't able to find a leveling build, a decent leveling build that really focused on minions being the focus of everything, so I just kind of put something together myself. So what we have is, we have this massive golem here. I basically put every point into making him as big and tough and powerful as I can make him. I have the Archmage here that is giving me my teleport ability. Every time I teleport, it resummons him, and I also have the skills set up for him that it brings minions along with us. So basically, Death Cavalry is what it's called. Where'd it go? Death Cavalry. When you teleport using Summon Skeletal Mage, some of your other minions are teleported with you. I have 9, and I have exactly 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought I had more. I thought I had to bump that up to 9 because I had more stuff. I don't remember what changed to bring that number down. I was at the point where I needed 9. I don't remember. Anyways, so yeah, we have skeletons broken up into warriors and rogues. I got my big massive golem here. I got my skeletal mage, which is giving me my traversal skill as well as some additional DPS. And then I decided that with my reapers here, they're called reapers, right? Or the rays. With the rays, I wanted them to be persistent characters. I don't like the summon and then they die, summon and then they die, summon and then they die. I want to just summon my stuff and have them there, and then I'm just kind of there watching them kill stuff, because you know that's the whole point of a minion build. So that's kind of vaguely what I got going on. I don't want to get too in the weeds because most people aren't here to watch me talk about this build that I have. We're gonna go ahead and hop in, start doing some maps. I'm gonna continue with this build until it becomes clear that it's no longer viable as far as like surviving and everything. So far, right now, it seems to steamroll just about everything. I'm running around the maps and just basically do that, teleport into a group, bring my mobs with me. I have Spirit Plague, and I have it set to spread around as liberally as possible so that when you get big groups of mobs like this, it kills things quickly and rapidly spreads. Very similar to the Shadow, whatever that Shadow ability is in Path of Exile with the Witch. This is basically similar to that, once you put the points in it to have it spread the way you want it to. It melts large groups of smaller enemies. It's not that great for single target. That's what my teleporting is for. It basically kind of forces all my minions to just attack whatever it was I teleported onto. So just find the rune prisons. But for the most part, I can just plop down a couple of the Spirit Plague here. Teleport into, or I lead off with the Spirit Plague just to get it going, teleport onto a monster to kill it as quickly as possible, and that kind of spreads the Spirit Plague around.
My brilliance is unequaled.
And for the most part, I have a lot of damage and health and stuff on my minions. I've done as much as I can to kind of buff my health and everything, so that way I don't die too quickly as well. If you guys are interested in me doing a full breakdown of the build, I can. I don't know if this is worthy of a build guide or anything. I just know that for me, for the minion kind of thing that I was trying to do, this is actually pretty fun. I like it. My minions, and like, because my minions teleport with me, they don't lag, you don't get that lagging behind thing that a lot of minion builds end up having. And once we get big groups like that, we just pop a bunch of the Spirit Plagues on there. And then that spreads around and starts, like, doing crazy... I don't want to say crazy DPS. There's nothing in this build that's going to do crazy DPS. Okay, that takes care of him. We got a ring here. Ooh, why is that? Why do I not have that picking up? Or as part of, I don't know. I also set up my own filter. It's not the best. I did a lazy, half-assed quick filter when I first started the character just to kind of get rid of some of the extra crap that was showing up. I probably should sit down and do a full-on, like, what do I actually need for this build? I think my weakest link really are my Rays as far as health goes. They seem to be the ones that die the most. Or at least, they don't really die. My minions don't really die. Like, they have so much health and armor and resistance and everything that, for the most part, it's not that they die. I just see their health bar starting to diminish, and I just resummon them again, because they don't really cost that much to resummon. And because they're persistent, I'm not burning through mana that fast. I'm not having to, like, constantly summon the Rays, because that was a very high mana cost thing that was when I was originally using these. These Rays were kind of high mana cost. I could only really afford to have 2 or 3 of them out at a time anyway, with how much mana they cost, so it was just, why not just have them persistently summoned, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's see, I don't remember what I'm working on right now. Oh yeah, I'm trying to increase my resistances right now. We could get, I mean, I guess we could start building this out, because, it'll last for, I can get it to last for up to 5 seconds, and it has a 10-second cooldown. It costs me 5% of my health. That's not really that bad. I think we might start building this up. I want resistances, but let's start doing that and see if it makes a difference. See if it makes any kind of a difference. I don't even know.
I cannot be contained.
And the thing is that every time I teleport, it re-summons my Archmage, so that's pretty nice. And now we finished the Echo. Two-handed spear. Yeah, I do need to sit down at some point and work on the loot filter for this. Hold on, my inventory. Let's, alright, so we need to do our standard shattering of things if we're going to shatter. Yeah, I could use some vitality. Critical strike chance for skeletons and mages. Is that separate? What do I have on here now? Spell damage per skeletal mage. Health. This might actually be pretty interesting. Because I could put some health on here. I used up all my Glyphs of Hope, though. I don't think I'm going to do any crafting for a while. Well, I mean, I guess I could... I guess I could do that. Let's put some... What am I... I'm pretty decent on my elemental resistances, so let's... Yeah, let's put some health on here. So this is giving me 100. Right? Is that what that means? Is it giving me 100? If I put this on, am I gonna have more health? No. Alright, so that ended up being a waste of shards, but that's okay. You gotta experiment and find out. Maybe sometimes things work out for you. I really just need to wait for an exalted chest piece for that. 1.3 seconds of frenzy after you use a traversal skill, 5% increased. I believe I have sorting for this where exalts are going into that, so we're not going to hold on to that. +2 to all minion skills, critical strike chance, minion critical strike chance, mana, necrotic damage for forged weapons. I don't know what that means. Percent increased damage for forged weapon duration. Stats on your glove apply to your forged weapons at 95% effectiveness. I do not know what that means. Realistically, though, I have these both set up for minion damage. So we'll set this in here for now. I might use that later. And then I think we will... So let's see, we got minion damage, minion health, and dodge rating. Again, I think I'm just gonna wait for an exalted, because I want the forging potential. That's the thing. I want the forging potential. I don't want to waste a bunch of shards and then end up not being able to get anything done. So I think that for the most part, we are gonna get the rares so that we can get the forging potential out of, or so we can get the runes out of it. But I really want the forging potential, and we definitely need to go to a bunch of places that have glyphs because I'm in desperate need of glyphs of hope. That's okay. We're going to continue trying to do our best to steamroll through this. I got to be careful not to cast my Spirit Plague too often. I mean, it's not a highly expensive spell, but if I continue, you know, wasting mana overcasting it, then you know, it kind of defeats the purpose. We definitely want to make sure we have a decent amount of mana in reserve so that if we need to resummon things, we have the mana to do it. But at the same time, keeping Spirit Plague up is a decent part of our overall DPS, so we want to make sure that we're keeping on top of that. So every couple of seconds, we do need to cast it because it only lasts for 3 seconds. Destroy both blood spires. Alright, cool. That takes care of that one. Let's head off in this direction. I left that up there. It's fine. They don't really help that. I mean, they help a lot, but they're not like, it's not like in Path of Exile where like it makes such a difference that you absolutely need to make sure you grab every one of those. Like, I'm not struggling to kill things. Runed Bones. Very nice. Got a little boss over here. Jeez. I'm gonna put some DOTs on those guys there. Opulent Focus. That didn't work out very well. Trying to the only thing about managing the minions is that they're up here in the top left corner. I'd really rather have the icons for that somewhere more centrally located. I would really what I would really like is if they had like a 1/max or whatever, like a 1 of 3 or 1 of whatever. Okay, we definitely got to make sure we fix that. So I want to show all. Okay, hold on. So I need to. I need to add a rule that shows all rarity of uniques. I'm gonna remember how to do this. Uniques, and I want at least 1 legendary potential, and I don't want any Weaver's Will. Oh no, wait, that was for sorting. Sorting. Unique. I don't want it, because I feel like if I put this and this, it's going to want both. So I think I have to have 2 separate rules. I want it to have, I want it to have uniques. That have, rarity. Uniques. With Weaver's Will. Okay. You always have to think about, like, you always have to think about how all that works. Okay, so I'm not going to go back through all of this right now. I know you guys don't want to see it. Hide all items. I want to show all rares with certain affixes, all uniques with at least with legendary potential, all uniques with Weaver's Will. I don't remember if any of the set items have legendary potential or Weaver's Will. I don't believe that they do. I want to hide everything under level 49 and hide all things that are not our class. Okay, I think that's probably pretty reasonable for now. I'll at some point go, oh, I think we missed a loot lizard. Well, that sucks. I was too busy screwing around with my loot filter. Let's try to focus fire on this guy. Alright, burn that down. Let our minions take care of that while we run around and pick up the loot. And that takes care of that echo. Grab our rewards. I think we'll try to do one more. Cold damage, critical strike. I actually don't want anything out of that. Rune bones, damage while channeling. Kind of don't want any of that. I don't want to waste shattering runes on things I don't need. Fire damage, health, void resistance and health regeneration. Yeah, okay. Anything with minion, we're gonna grab that. Don't care about elemental damage, critical strike, and ricotta. I'm not really focusing on critical strike as a gear skill. We have plenty of that going out of our passive tree. So I'm mostly concerned with our gear. I'm trying to get health out of our gear. I'm trying to get minion damage, additional minion damage, and resistances and stuff out of our gear. So not gonna waste it on that. I think we'll just sell the rest of that. Yes. So we'll sell these. This has legendary potential. This has legendary potential. Why is this going here? Is this not set up? Exalted. Boots. What is the problem? Not sure why that didn't work, but whatever. Yeah, we'll do one more of these. Guess we'll try to head... I don't really want to do these right now. I'm really looking for things that are going to give us more crafting materials, because I really need to find better gear and then craft it up so that we can make this character stronger. Because it's already relatively strong, but at the same time, it's kind of meh at the moment. Oh, loot lizard. Get all of our minions on him. The only thing that sucks about it is like trying to convince your minions to go where you want. I mean, I guess the 2 key should take care of that. All right, so seriously, we're not... Does this not have any legendary potential? Is that why? Okay. I guess that would be why. And then why are these... So none of these are... So none of these are going to be... Do I not have idols? Yeah, I have idols selected. Do I not have... So let's show all acolyte idols. Why is that not showing up? Oh, because it probably doesn't have... Okay, well, let's add a rule. And I want to see all item types of idols that have a class requirement of acolyte. There we go. Because now I want to pick those up. I want to pick all of those up. I don't necessarily want to pick up a bunch of small items because we have a million idols in our freaking stash right now, so I don't want to spend too much time doing that. What are we supposed to be doing? All right, we're supposed to seal the ash gate. That's what we're doing. And it's going to be up here. So ideally, for each of these little groups, I can just cast my Shadow Plague once, and then once it kills them, it spreads to a bunch of other ones, and then that kind of takes care of all of the little packs of monsters that start showing up. That's the theory, anyway. It seems to work okay. But yeah, I'd really like to have a, you know, two of something indicator, so that way you can glance up there and realize, oh, something died. Because a lot of times you see the icons and you don't remember how you have things set up, and at a glance it's difficult to tell what your minion status is. Oh, one of the other things, I have my golem set up to give me health whenever he hits, so that helps with my life sustain. Okay, so yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, where you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. Also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people do like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels. So that is there for your convenience. Again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for tomorrow's episode, and I will see you then.